There we all are. There's everybody. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, March 29th, 2022. So all you guys on YouTube know when we recorded this. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition again tonight, playing Waterdeep Under Siege, a totally made up bullshit homebrew shit that I'm making up as we go. No, I've got a little bit planned, but that's it. Session 2. These are all the characters on the map already, and those are the players right there on the screen. I'm gonna put the table up so we don't. And let's just chit chat for a little while. Talk about what your guys' thoughts are, your characters' thoughts. Like holy shit, as Sergeant Schultz wanders out, you guys kind of look at each other like, what the hell just happened? I think our calendar is accurate, right? Let's take a peek. It's only the second day of your life above ground.
S's primary thought was that outside is really cold, and he much prefers it inside.
It's pretty warm. It's pretty cool outside, especially in the wind.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Auric doesn't like all this change. He's used to his normal routine, the doctor doing his stuff. He doesn't like being up here, not knowing what's going on. He's afraid he's going to get the doctor angry.
Did you see my DM today to you, Sven, on Discord?
I did.
That's been added to your sheet.
Marley thinks Orig's a big party pooper. You know, and why do people get to live out here and we have to live in the basement?
Yeah, the people
Just the way life is. The place.
people saw us, and Dr. Troy had always said that if anybody saw us, we'd be like taken away or killed or whatever specific thing he told us. But they didn't.
They tried
exactly.
to. They wanted to and would have.
But they didn't. They left us alone. So Morkel's starting to wonder maybe what else Dr. Troy said. What else isn't 100% the truth?
What might be
Morgan's just worried about
bedtime
what
stories?
Yeah, I mean, did he have a reason to tell us that? Was it just to keep us here? Was he really looking out for us?
I don't know where you were. We were together at the same place when they said, "Come with us. We are taking you away." It's exactly what he said. I don't understand what your confusion is.
But they did.
Well,
We're here
now,
though. We're here.
we
We're
are.
not there.
That's right. That's right.
I think Marley provoked him too.
Now, wait a minute. No, you're not remembering this right. See,
his eyes
they
light
saw
up.
the bugbear lurking around. He was lurking, and as soon as you start lurking, I've learned one thing: if you're lurking, they're onto you, man.
Where'd you learn that? Down in the basement with the rest of us?
No, out there, just a few minutes ago or yesterday or whatever. That was.
Quick study.
Yeah.
Oh, it's late in the evening, huh? It's like closing time.
Closing time. There you go.
Is there a shop is closed sign we can put out?
There actually is a sign. It says welcome and bye. You just change the floor mats, I guess. I don't know how it works.
It does say bye. Yeah, put out the gone fishing.
It's like a little waiting room here. There's like a chessboard. There's some games. Looks like for kids, maybe. So it's like a little waiting room. You remember, he's also claimed to be a bone setter and.
Well, we can make our own sign, right? And we can flip it either way, just like, and one side says closed until further notice, and the other side says closed until noticed further.
You go right ahead. Take care of that.
Okay, you got a crayon?
Hold on. I'll have it defaulted.
And you, my big hairy friend, are the literally biggest party pooper in the group. The biggest. I mean, literally, you're tall. And we've only had one party, and you pooped it.
It's better than him pooping on the floor downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would stink.
Yeah, well, we do have ebb and flow.
You do have ebb and flow. There is still the air elemental downstairs. And you guys kind of got run of the mill right now. You can sleep wherever you want, I guess.
Where the hell?
Drag some beds from downstairs up here, and we can add them to the map somewhere.
No, I don't want separation anxiety. I want to go downstairs to my bed and sleep.
Somebody can sleep on top of the, on top of the glass case here, and the showroom.
Dalgren slept in the bedroom last time, didn't he? Didn't we already have one night up here?
I don't know where everybody. I think maybe he slept up here, maybe by himself. I guess I don't know. Because if you all slept up here, where'd you sleep?
S was down in his bed.
Yeah.
Curled up.
If we went downstairs, just two of them that stayed up top.
Yeah, that's right. Marley stayed up here. One of these beds.
There it is. 400 tokens around.
Well, this bed looks like a full size bed because I can barely see the wall between the two of them, and I certainly didn't want Dalgren thinking I was cuddling up to him here.
No, there's a wall there. Definitely a wall.
It's not very There's not very much between there though. You can feel it moving a little bit, and each person wiggles.
Whenever he farts.
It's pretty thin, yeah. It's pretty thin.
S is getting the fire going.
I think I only put one line. Yeah, it's just one line. I could double it up for you if you like. There, I made it a little thicker. Is that better? So morning?
I guess. Marley's a little freaked out though. He thought he could handle these people. But
Yeah, let's do morning. So who's opening the shop up? Nope.
I'm afraid we might get visitors if we open.
You get visitors and you still opened. What's the difference? You open the door both times, right? It's just less suspicious when a store that is usually open is closed.
I'm going to look again through all the places we normally see the doctor and through the place we found, looking for any kind of clues as to where he might be, any kind of invoices or notes for people he would talk to, any kind of connection, any clue.
There,
Is
there.
honey bear thing, is that the cask, is that the only clue that we have so far?
Well, no, there's other invoices that would say he's gotten deliveries from different places around Waterdeep, but you guys have no clue where those places are or where they at. You know what I mean? So I mean, if you want to like just start wandering around and asking outside of Waterdeep, then I can give you some, that you have an invoice for um, some kind of shield and sword place. Looks like, but you don't know where it's at. Looks like there's been a lot of purchases from it. And let me get the right name.
Is there any indication of how he orders these things?
It looks like some kind of standing for this particular item or whatever it is. It looks like a standing order that's just being redone. Um, the map. I have to look at the map. Come on, open up. Why isn't my map opening? I have to do it the other way. No, not that one. Yeah. It's called the Silent Shield Inn. That would be on the paperwork. The Silent Shield Inn. N65, whatever that means.
Must be a bookkeeping code.
It's where the bodies are buried.
Jimmy Hoffa?
Was the doctor running numbers?
No, it looks like he might have been selling potions and cough syrup and fixing broken bones.
So I'm trying to decide whether it's safer to go out in the day or at night.
It's cold either way.
It's cold either way, but being recognized as non-human.
Well, if it's cold, you can cover up to some
Bundle
degree.
up
Who can not look like a human? I mean, the bugbear maybe is the biggest hurdle, I think. The snake
Well,
a little bit, but
I can look like a human if I have to.
yeah. And so and the frog guy can put on a heavy, as long as you're not like talking to people. I mean, walking down the street, you're probably fine, but you go into a tavern and order freaking dinner, that's a different topic. We don't do much cosplay on my channel, just saying. Just saying. You don't have to get a little worm with big eyes.
I'm working on that though.
Did you name him yet?
No,
He needs a name.
I should. I'll think about it.
So, the morning
Side,
continues to creep open. The sun comes up, and well, are you guys gonna like eat food, make breakfast? What's your plan for the day?
We gotta have breakfast.
Yeah, if there's food still in here, I'll eat something.
I think we did gather up some food somewhere. Didn't you guys take it?
Yep.
Remember, we're using the sustenance tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Water, you guys probably have another 2 days worth.
There's no well or stream or anything that he pulls water from.
You haven't seen anything yet. There are barrels that look like they might hold water outside.
What do we do downstairs?
There's a barrel of water down there. Somebody brings water down. What the servants do. Your
Is there
ebb
any
and
like?
flow carry little pails and fill it up.
Is there any like cash box, loose coins?
There
Maybe
would
used to.
be, yeah, there would be some kind of cash box. Probably, I think there was some gold. Didn't I give you guys some gold that you guys found?
Nope.
Let's see, party sheet. No, you all are still broke. You guys are still broke. Not that you know
5
what you
gold,
can
10
spend any
copper.
money on, right? What? I mean, how much is a TV dinner? You guys are like, it's what? Um, I would I would definitely say there's in this place probably 100 gold in different various coins.
Is there other people walking around outside?
Yeah, you can see people on the street. This is like almost a main street right out front.
Do we see a
It's
lot of like the guards that we saw last night
oh, what's
on
a
the street?
lot? I mean,
I mean, just
you can see them every now and then, but it's not like
the
a.
relative frequency.
Yeah, they look like they travel in pairs. Maybe I mean, how long do you watch them? Are you trying to find out if they have any kind of patrol pattern or anything?
No, not any pattern in particular. Just trying to get a feel for how active they are. You know, is I'm likely to see one every 5-10 minutes, or is it going to be 2-3 hours
give me a
before they come back?
perception roll and an insight roll. Well, let's see if you can see them first. Give me a perception. You're just kind of looking out the front and out
Yeah.
the main intersection out front, and an insight. Actually, you think the door or the front of this building might be watched a little bit. Not like 100% like all the time, but I mean,
Keeping an eye on us.
Somebody's watching.
it looks like the two guys that came in that were wearing the raven tunic. It's those guys that are kind of watching the ravens. You don't see Sergeant Schultz. He's not outside. You haven't seen him. You don't see him at all. But the kind of people that move about outside look like they move to a purpose. They're not out lollygagging, if you know what I mean. They're not strolling. They're traveling from point A to point B is relatively, and it's there's carts moving. There's one thing that really is probably surprises all of you is there's very little um, horses, domesticated animals. You don't see much at all. So there's a lot of hand carts being pulled. There was a little cottage, a little cart that went by with 4 dwarves pulling it. No, I'm kidding. Mush, mush.
Okay, so I got a plan.
What's the plan, Marley?
Well, I'm gonna go walk down the street as far as I can.
Wait 1 second, Marbani, before I forget. Do you guys want to take that 100 gold out of the cash box?
I don't.
Should we be walking
Not
around with
yet.
money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just leave it here for now.
All right. Just so you guys.
Good to know that there's a reserve.
Yeah, I could make like a pouch with 100 gold and put it in the shop but
We're not really. We wouldn't really know what we're supposed to do with it, or.
I mean, as far as, I mean, I think your characters would know what coins and stuff are and that they
Commerce.
have a value, but you've never participated in the
Oof.
function, right? I know I have to
Read
give
a
them
lot of
some
books.
of this and get something, but how much is that? I don't know. I mean, how many textbooks tell you exactly how much things cost in the city? It's not that common.
And
know?
that was
Player's
my
handbook?
plan. Was to walk outside.
You
and
guys
just
were
follow
not
some
playing
people
D&D
around.
in the basement. Sorry, this is a different world.
That's all we've done for 15 years.
We were playing Mazes and Monsters, actually.
Chutes and ladders. That's all you guys had down there. No more chutes and ladder. So what's the plan, Marley?
So the plan was I'm going to go outside and walk down the street as far as I can.
What do you mean as far
What
as
kind
you
of plan
can?
is that?
Well, now listen. I'm going to walk down the street as far as I can. I'm just going to watch other people. And we need to find out what other people do. You know, but
The
we
other
also need
people
to know
take you.
if somebody is watching us, then they'll be watching me when I walk down the street as far as I can go.
If you obviously walk out the front door and wave at them and then walk down the street, they probably will know that you walk that way.
No, I'm not going to wave at them.
But
I'm
if
just
you
gonna walk
sneak
down
out the
street
back
like,
door and go down the alley and then walk down the street, they may not see you. So what's your intention?
Marley,
My
A few
intention is
houses
to.
down before you hop the fence.
what if you get lost? How are
Well,
you going to
just
get back?
What do you mean lost? As
You
far
don't
as
know
I
your
can
way
go
around out
has to
there.
just be down there. Look, they've got all these things up to keep us from going very far. So it can't be very far, but I'll go as far as I can go. And then we watch people. I'm not the only one that has to do it. You guys can do it too.
But you'll
Come
be
on,
the only one
dude.
taken if you're the only one leaving.
I won't be taken if you're out there watching my back.
I assume in looking out,
Body snatchers or something.
right? I assume in looking out at the people walking by, have we seen dwarves or just humans?
No, there's different races. I mean, yeah, you probably would see it. There's just a chariot of dwarfs that went by.
I guess what I'm thinking is like, do we get the impression that that any of us can blend in, or that some of us can blend in
You
better than
haven't
others?
seen any bugbears, lizard folk, or what's the other one?
Grung.
Snake freaks.
Yanti.
Yanti. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Yanti.
Are you
Lizard.
a lizard folk?
No.
Marshall?
No. Yeah, he's a lizard folk.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was a frog. I thought he was.
Well, no, he's a gecko lizard.
Grung. Okay, that makes sense.
He's got little suction cup fingers. He's a gecko.
Okay.
And he sells insurance on the side, just in case you need any.
Does he
I
lick
bet
his
your
eyeballs?
mom was a newt.
So yeah,
How far are you going to go, Marley?
those races are a little less common
I'm going to
in
go as
Waterdeep.
far as I can.
You
All
Which
the way
way?
to as far as I
Sneak
can.
out the back.
Until he gets taken.
you guys don't generally have the impression that you would get taken because of your race. You're pretty sure the reason you would get taken is because of your black ice immunities.
But how would they know that we're immune to black eyes?
If you get taken, they can
Oh,
find
they know.
out. You don't know. Maybe they can smell it. I don't know.
Well, Marley doesn't know that.
Yeah, you don't know the facts on it,
Alright.
but so
I'm
Marley, you
looking
want to
through the
like go
window.
down the street, like head into.
I want to go observe other people. What are they
Orig has
doing?
Dahlgren concerned.
I mean,
Where are they getting their food from?
This isn't a very busy intersection where you guys are at currently. If you go out onto the main street and you look due west, not 200 yards, there's some like it looks like makeshift little shacks that people live
That way?
in up against a big barricaded fence that's like 25 feet tall.
Well, that looks like as far as I can go. Then.
Well, no, if you look down the other way, you can't see the end of the street at all.
Oh, so as far as I can go must be the other way.
Yeah, east, if you go out a little and you look down east, I mean, it's kind of hard to see long distance. I have an image that I showed you guys that's a pretty good representation of it. Hmm. Hmm. The reference manual organization is still a little getting used to. Well, I'll find it. But anyways, it's kind of misty and smoky and smoggy, to see very far. I'd say the furthest you can see is like a block, maybe a block and a half, clearly, you know what I mean? And then it's blurry beyond that for like maybe up to 2 blocks.
So I'll walk one way a little ways and then come back and walk the other way a little ways. And I'm looking for
Well, you can only
people getting
go.
food.
You can only
That's all I
go.
care about. Do I see people getting
So
food someplace?
I mean, you would wander like 3, 4, 5 blocks away. Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Sure.
Um, Give me a perception check. Ooh, nice. Masking. Let me reveal some of this map for you. All right, so over here, open this up a little. So over here, right at the end of this little, where that yellow is. Do you guys see the yellow? Now you see the yellow.
Now we do. Yep.
So that's the barricade. That's the wall that's been built. It looks like it's been built out of old houses and planks and wood or whatever, but it's a wooden fence that's tall, and there might be you could probably like walk on it if you wanted to, but it would be pretty rickety. And then out against that fence, their little shacks have been built. Um, Where's the stupid snap to grid? Okay, there it is. So yeah, so there's little shacks that have been built right down in here, where it looks like people live. So I mean, are you trying to follow those people around and find where they're getting food from?
I'm just looking to see if there's,
They look like they
food has
might.
to
There's a
come from
couple of
somewhere.
people that look like they're hunting rats or something. In those little shacks or whatever they are. It looks like people made them or something, like forts. You want to go down the
go
other?
back this way.
Rats are good.
Oh, all right. So down
I
here,
wouldn't know the difference.
you guys know that that this, oops, that this is the fort.
Is Blink doing a crossover episode?
Huh?
I don't know what that means.
That's
Oh, Blink
Tarian.
is from our Empire of the Ghouls.
This is his wife.
Yeah.
So, oops. This area right here is the fort.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, kind of sucks you got to go back and forth like that. So when you come down, out out of your front door here, right? The front door's like on the front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come
There
over,
must be an alley door back here.
yeah, there's an alley door, but there's this whole street's been fenced off, right? So you have to cut through a fence to get into the street on this side.
What about to the interior?
It's all been built up. The map's not really accurate, but a lot of that's been built up, and you really can't just walk through there, right? There's people living in different areas, but you can walk down this street out your front door. There's no fences down.
Yeah. Okay.
Down. It's called Tower March is the name of the street.
I'll look over at the guys who are obviously watching me through the window and look at them and kind of, as a friend of ours says, saunter down the street.
Who's looking at you through the window?
Well, I'd imagine the other guys are watching.
Are you waiting for them to be watching, or are you?
No, I'm just
No?
kind of.
You don't think they're always watching?
No, not these guys. The other, our
Talking about
guys.
the rest of the party.
Oh,
yes.
Your family.
Yeah, but that's nice to know. That's something that we found out. They're not always watching, so they're not deliberately.
I made like a.
Oh, yeah.
A pointer.
A pointer. So yeah, so you can see that the street goes a little further down, and it looks like this little area that I'm going to notch out here is really fenced off. There's a gate there, and there's guards standing outside.
Do they look like the Raven Guards?
Yes, right here.
Okay.
A little bit further in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you walk past them down the street, or do you duck
just
down an alleyway? You just keep walking. I mean, there's people walking. It's not like an uncommon thing, unless you're staring at them. They probably.
I'm looking
they're just
for
standing
a
there
place
doing like guard duty.
Where people have went and got food. I mean, there has to be a place where people go get food.
Well,
just like,
so far you've traveled 1 block. So I mean, how many
Right.
places are there in your town to get food?
I don't know, but there's
there one
there's
on
a whole
every
day.
block? Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep walking, until I find something.
And the rest of you are okay letting him go off?
Well, about 5 minutes after he leaves and gets out of sight, Dahlgren's going to look at Orig and say, "He's been gone a while. Do you think they got him?"
Yeah. Well, let's get to his 5 minutes then, if that's what you guys are going to wait, or you know what I mean. 5 minutes you can walk several blocks, or at least see down. So when you get down to the next block, you can tell that this it's a main intersection down here. And you can see a little further east. It looks like some kind of store or something down there.
Do they have food in the window?
If you keep walking, no, it looks like maybe a public house. It's called Mr. P's.
Does it smell like food coming out of the doorway?
Give me a perception check. You 100% definitely smell bacon.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk like just kind of around the block, and that's probably all it would take for me to realize that this outside is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Oops. Oh yeah. So when you get to here, right to there, that's blocked off. You can't cut through that way.
Okay.
The street's blocked off, and you can see all the way down the end of the street that is also a walled-in area down there. That's the big wall. You see the yellow down there?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to open up a little bit so you can see that some of the houses on each side. Buildings, I should say. You're opening it up.
Okay, so I'm going back to to Dr. Troy's, and I'm gonna tell him I found bacon.
I found bacon.
I found where they make bacon at.
You found the source of all bacon?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right up the road.
Bacon.
This is more interested in the rats you saw them trying to catch.
Yeah.
There's rats, he says.
Rats. Yes.
He's like, there's rats, he says.
Delicious.
Well, I do like bacon.
We should go get some bacon.
Cooked, or is it just hanging there?
I don't know. I could smell it. I know what it is. And it's just right up there, but let me tell you what, outside is a big place.
Did you see Dr. Troy?
No.
But you
I
did
weren't
see
really looking for him.
You did see at least 6 ravens milling about. 2 on guard duty, guarding some kind of fence or gate or something. A couple wandering around on the streets. Every now and then you can, through the mist and stuff, you can hear a voice up high say something like clear or something. You're not sure what they're saying. Every now and then walking down the street, you hear a voice up somewhere up in the mist say clear. Or every now and then, you don't know what's going on. You guys, your characters do know about the mythal covering the city, that kind of stuff. Anybody want to go get bacon? I guess is the question on the table.
Bacon
Yes.
sounds good.
I think
I,
a couple of people
I,
are thinking DoorDash, right?
I think you should go back
I
and
think
get us some
or
bacon.
a Marley Dash maybe,
Yeah, Marley, why didn't you bring the bacon back with you?
right?
Well,
I
because I figured I would convince you guys that it's not that bad outside and nobody's going to take you.
It doesn't sound like
Were
anyone's
you scared?
convinced.
Do you need company?
Are you gonna charm them?
No.
You get about a minute of cooperation from your friends, and then they get pissed and punch you.
Well, why don't we go get the bacon and come right back?
Okay, that's a start, Org. That's a start. Put one foot in front of the other.
And I'm gonna put on my human suit 1 minute.
If we're going outside, I'm tripling up on my clothing.
I'm gonna change into Sergeant Schultz, but with long blonde hair.
Like in a mullet style.
Mrs. Schultz?
Yep.
So he kind of his face and he shrinks down a little, and his clothes even change, and he's got a little steel pot on, and he's got a little emblem on that looks like uh, the red dog patch, right? You can pretty much mimic clothing and everything, right?
Yep.
Is it smart to look like an official? You might get stopped.
Yeah, I don't know
He
about
doesn't
that.
have the hair, so they won't know it's him.
But you were wearing the symbol he was wearing.
Yeah, what if they ask you if you're off your
So I'll
post?
move the symbol and then erase the symbol.
He's like, oh, he like pretends like he peels it off, and the the illusion just changes, you know. It's like a physical illusion, though. You know what I mean? It looks he can manipulate it.
Well, if Oreg is going, I don't see how I can say no.
Are you gonna attempt to look like Orig?
I don't have his powers of disguise, so no. I'll just put on some heavy cloaks and put it over my head and face and hide myself a little bit because I haven't seen anyone that looks like me out
Does
there.
anyone have a disguise kit? The Immature Disguise Kit Pro in the basement? Did anyone buy it from have it delivered from Acme? No, no disguise. I don't think there's a disguise kit in the shop, so you can't get a bonus. Give me a I think it's a stealth roll.
Oh, okay.
Unless you can think of another skill that might benefit you trying to disguise yourself. All right, so you get some heavy stuff. Orog can manipulate himself to look like there's some form of a. Are you wanting to look like a black dog or a raven?
Whatever Sergeant Schultz was.
Sergeant Schultz is wearing two symbols. One of the symbols he's wearing, you guys would pretty much recognize. I mean, it's the Waterdeep watch. symbol, but it's like faded and old. Doesn't look like it's been updated in a while, you know. It's like,
Yeah, so I'm not looking like either one. I mean, as far as the regalia, I'm just looking like him physically and whatever he was wearing yesterday.
well, that's what I'm telling you. He's wearing a Waterdeep watch uniform that's all faded with a nice brand new red uh, black dog emblem on it.
Yeah, so the
And
emblem is
I
gone,
think
and the Waterdeep emblem is gone. It's just one solid color.
I think he's got a chain shirt and he carries a shield around and a spear. He's got a spear.
So I'm not carrying the spear. I don't have the shield. But other than that, I look like him. And as I said, without the colors are a little different.
So you're just trying to look like a person, mostly.
Yep, him with
Gotcha.
long hair.
Yep.
I'm not trying to impersonate him. No,
So
specifically to trick somebody to think I'm him. I just don't want to look like a bugbear.
what about S? What's he doing? I mean, he's a little
S is putting
easier
on
to.
multiple layers of clothes. He's bundling up. He's got a big old winter blanket pulled up over his head.
So he looks like a
Yeah.
fur salesman, a blanket salesman. He's selling
Yeah,
blankets.
he's bundled up.
Get your free blankets right here.
Yeah, he's leaving his pike, but he will take his warhammer.
The little brother from
It's
Christmas
hard
Story.
to get to because it's bundled up under.
Oh, is Dalrog wearing armor? Dalgron wearing armor? Some of you guys have armor, right?
Yeah. He
Yeah, I'm wearing
could
chainmail.
probably put his traveler's clothes over the top of
Over the top of what? What are you wearing?
his armor. He's got scale mail.
Plate mail? Scale mail? Ugh. Travel clothes over the scale mail. Oops. Oh, shit. Sorry, I tore my shirt. It's doable.
He knows no better.
He's like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just put some tape on it. And, of course, Marley, are you changing your appearance at all? I mean, you're like... Are you guys going to wander down together, all 5 of you? As a little group?
Were there groups that big moving around outside?
Not regularly. But, I mean, people do, like, bunch up sometimes. But you don't see, like, that people are hanging out in large groups, no. Okay. It's not a hangout large group kind of street. There is a bunch of people down there where you smell the bacon, though. You heard people talking and you heard voices and.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people down there making bacon.
Let's go.
So you make your way down.
Show them the way. Mm-hmm.
You go past the 2 guards standing out in front of the wooden structure gates. Yep. And you cross over. There's still some signage that probably says Windborne Way. And then you get down and you see what looks like a little sign pinned up on the side of the house that says, and it looks like it's not like somebody had it professionally made. It looks like somebody with a paintbrush and tried to get real straight with the paint, but the paintbrush. Mr. P's table. And you can see like Cheers, right? The set of stairs that goes down, and there's an arrow that points down, kind of down.
Is that where the bacon smells?
And there's like 4 or 5 people standing at the top of the stairs, like on the street. Yeah, the smell is definitely coming from that vicinity. And the people look like not the people that were catching rats. Look, they look decently dressed.
Are they humans?
There's uh, there is a shorter person over there, but you think it might be a halfling, and maybe a half elf. Maybe I mean, it's kind of cold out here. Everybody's kind of bundled up a little bit. The halfling's pretty easy to spot. Could be a gnome. You're not
Is
sure.
that where this, like he said, is that where the smell's coming from down below?
The smell is definitely coming from this vicinity, and there is a sign that says something about food. So,
Yep. Excuse me,
Hello.
fellas.
I am a human, and I am looking for bacon. Are you guys in line for the bacon too?
uh, the halfling steps over and is like, "Yes, the line starts here," and he points behind him.
The what?
The
How long's the
line,
wait?
the line. You have to wait until I go in. Then you can come in. That's how long. As soon as I go in, though, you can come right in after me.
What?
But there's only 3 people ahead of me, so it can't be that long, right? You got your money?
We need
What
money.
for?
Yeah, this is a. They don't give it out. It's not like over there. And he points to
Where?
like a trough across the way.
They give it out over there to trough?
Yeah, every week you can get whatever that stuff they call slop.
It's not bacon.
No, you got to pay for the bacon. That's why I'm in line. He holds up a steel piece and smiles.
How much is the bacon?
It's a steel piece.
For how
Steel
much?
For it's a pretty big bowl, and it
For
comes with
how?
other stuff. It changes every day depending on what Mr. P can get.
Maybe he's stealing that stuff out of that trough over there they're giving away for free, and they're selling it to you for that piece of steel.
He's like, you think that stuff over there in the trough is what he's cooking up in here?
Yeah, probably,
I've
wouldn't
never
you?
seen carrots and potatoes.
In that trough?
Yeah, it's just some mush stuff.
Well, then he's taking the mush and he's turning them into carrots and potatoes and bacon.
What?
That has to be obvious.
Oh, you think he's a wizard or something?
A wizard.
Yeah, like
So Ori's gonna go stand in line.
He's putting it into a bacon
like behind the
machine.
halfling. Like he's like, hey, those are nice boots you got there. Oh, those aren't boots. Oh, I see. Obviously, he's close enough to you that he's figuring out that you're in a disguise. It's not foolproof, especially if somebody turns around and they're 2 feet from you. You know what I mean?
This halfling probably comes up to your kneecap.
Right? And he's looking right down at his feet that he doesn't really wear boots. He's just got illusionary boots on. He's like, oh, well, I suppose I would want those to look like boots too. Kind of.
What's your name, fella?
This line needs to move forward a little bit. My name is CK.
C.
Calvin Klein.
CK. Ah,
What's CK stand for?
I don't know.
Just CK?
Yeah. I think I just spell it with a C and a K, but it could have more letters, I suppose. Like SEEKAY. I don't know.
CK.
Is your
Do
first
they
name
have
Foo?
rats in addition to bacon?
Mr. P, yeah. I'm sure there's rats everywhere. They're all over the place. I'm sure he's probably caught a couple, maybe. What? Oh. Oh, that's a cool tongue you got there. Wow. Are those fangs? Come on,
Yeah, he
Line.
likes to.
Hurry up,
He
Line.
likes. He likes to dress in costumes sometimes.
So it's only like a few minutes that you guys got to wait out here, and the line moves. Some people come out, other people come in, and you're allowed to get into um, Mr. P's table. So Mr. P's table is basically an old tavern that's been turned into a restaurant, basically, right? And it is pretty busy. People in and out, and he serves like big pots of a stew. There's silver piece for the whole pot. It comes with a big piece of bread and some kind of drink, whatever he's got. Today he happens to have um, some weak like ale, like punch. He's calling it punch, but it's an ale that's been watered down, basically. Everybody go gets the table. Sorry, I can unlock the tokens. Now you can move freely. Sorry, you gotta move again.
Go over here and sit with my back to the wall.
Yeah. So
Watch the
basically, there's he's constantly serving the stew at the bar. So if you want stew, you just give him the silver piece and he hooks you up and you take it and sit down. It's fast, but the thing that takes a while is people eating. You go over there and sit down, looking under the tables and seeing if you can spot a rat. I'm not sure what the artist's intention on this was. What do you guys think? Stairs to go upstairs?
Yeah,
Stairs up.
stairway up.
So
probably tables
VIP
underneath.
area.
well, no, this is how you get into that room.
Yeah,
Right.
this would be like to an upstairs area where
Yeah, I would
the
say there's probably
additional rooms.
Otherwise, you walk up the stairs and then you climb over the desk.
I'm saying that this has like been um, blocked off, and there's like a bunch of storage stuff piled up on the stairs, like they don't use the upstairs. But there's a lot of people. You see several different races in here. The bulk of them are human, obviously. A lot of these guys that are in here look like they probably are not related, affiliated with the Ravens or the Black Dogs. You don't see any of those uniforms in here.
What is Mr. P? What race?
Mr. P is a very stocky human. Big beard. You know, a little gray in the bottom of it. Probably in his late 30s.
So I'll go up with my silver piece held out in my hand. Um, um, uh, well, hello. I see you are a human like me. I understand you have bacon. I hand you this. I put it on the table. Click.
He looks down at
You
the
will
silver
give me
piece.
bacon.
He looks at you, kind of cocks his head a little, and slides a bowl over to you. Tears you a big piece of bread off. Pours you an ale. Hands it all to you. Slides a silver piece under the counter, and you can hear it fall into some kind of ching underneath the counter.
Once I see how easy that was for Oreg, I'll also try the same thing.
It works if you want food and you got a silver piece, or I'm sorry, a steel piece. It's that simple.
10 copper. That's all right.
He does take copper too. It is true. So as you guys, everybody getting food? It says there's on the It's a potato stew. It's got some vegetables in it, a couple carrots, stuff like that. But layered on top is pork, fried bacon, just kind of layered on the top.
I'll ask him when I'm paying. Could I have it with rats instead?
He's like, "What? You want to pay for rats?"
I don't really want the vegetables. They're kind of disgusting.
I've got a couple of rats in the back if you want them.
Yes, please.
He stops and he kind of looks back at you. He says, "Well, how much would you pay for them?"
Well, if I paid you this steel piece rather than this bowl, could I just have the rats?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why don't you give me a hand with it and come back here?
I'd be happy to.
So he gets you like around the bar and through the back door into the kitchen, and he's like, "Here you go," and he points to a big barrel that's full of rats. There you go.
I'd pull out my warhammer.
No, dead rats.
Oh, dead rats. Fine.
Yeah, they're dead. They're in a barrel.
I'm just gonna start picking them up and swallowing them whole.
It's a whole barrel. It's yours. He's like, "There you go."
I'll take the whole barrel.
Some of them are in different stages of decay, though, so I don't know.
It's all right.
I don't know where your funk level is. If you like that, what's that real strong cheese called? Lindberger cheese or?
It's partially fermented. It's an acquired taste.
There's like flies coming out of his mouth as he's swallowing them down. I'm immune
Tastes
to
like
poison.
propane smells.
Hey, Morco, flies.
He's like, he's a lizard. Do geckos? Do the geckos have big, long lizard or frog tongues? I don't think so.
Some lizards do. Not geckos.
Does Marshall have big, long lizard or frog tongue? That's the question, I guess.
Well, his tongue is long enough so that he can lick his eyes, but it's not really for catching food.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of would have to he could lick his whole face. So if the flies were on his face, like because of honey or something,
your eyes are on your cheeks, so it's not that big of a feat for you.
Well, hey, he was the one asking me. I am perfectly happy with my my bowl here.
So this meal is a silver piece, right? So we take one off.
It's a steel piece, but yes.
Steel piece.
So I'm gonna haul the whole barrel of rats.
How does it compare to the stuff we normally eat?
Pretty good. I mean, it's. You think the stuff that you eat might be actually a little bit better, but.
S doesn't believe it.
But it's hot, and it's good. You haven't had a good hot meal in a couple of days because no one cooked. You guys have just been eating food. I don't know what food is, but.
And Marley looks over and says, "You know what? No one else did too. No one else took you away, did they?"
He did take S away.
No,
so
here he comes.
He
Look,
did.
He's carrying something.
Come back with this big old barrel.
He comes back with this barrel. There's like flies coming out of it,
Rat
and
tail hanging out my corner of my mouth.
And you see there's a lid on it, and he takes the lid off. Some flies come out. He reaches in and pulls out a rat and gobbles it down. The further down the barrel you get, the less whole pieces you're gonna find.
That's fine.
You
I'm
could
put
be
them
like
outside so they
pulling
freeze,
out just a leg
I'll just
bone,
take a few in.
everything else is all just decayed flesh down there.
Half a
Make
rat.
soup.
Yeah, it is kind of leaking out the bottom a little. It is a wooden barrel, right?
Well, my plan is to take it back to Dr. Troy's and then leave it outside because it's freezing outside so that it freezes, and then I can just take them as I need them.
Well, you might have to chop them up into little frozen entrees. You can make like McDonald's
rat sickles.
fish
my meal prep.
Yeah, fish popsicles.
Meal prep for the week.
A couple other people move away from you, including CK that was sitting on the counter there. He hops down and takes his stew over, and he sits over here with these guys. Your friend's got a stinky.
Oh yeah,
that
Marley
doesn't
would
smell
like,
very
oh,
good.
no. Are you over there eating them? Where are you eating these rats?
He's
at?
in front
'Cause
of the
Marley would-
fire.
I was sitting as close to the fire as I could get.
Oh no. As a matter of fact, I don't know if now he can't get the smell out of his nostrils.
He's like, so
Doctor,
I haven't seen you guys around here before.
Oh, we're around here.
I haven't seen you around here before.
Who says that?
Wow. It's because you
CJ.
haven't seen me. I haven't seen you. If I had seen you, then you
CK.
probably would have. Well, that's not totally true.
You're pretty small to be seen.
Yeah. And sometimes when I don't want to be
medical
seen,
condition?
Hey, you know, matter of fact, I think I do know you. And he looks at how do you say your character's name? Morsel?
Morkel.
He looks at Morkel. He goes, I think I do know you. I owe you something. And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out one random magical item, thanks to Engorgio in chat.
Got one
You
too.
probably need the table, don't you? Oh, did he get two?
Yeah, he gave two of them.
Oh, S and
Nice.
the lizard. Oh.
Thank
all
you,
I got was a
Engorgio.
disadvantage.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, you Charlie Browned it?
Yeah, he Charlie Brown my ass, man.
I don't have the table pinned. Where's tables? Tables looks like dice. Random. Oh, that's too many. Table B, I think, would be faster, right? Table B. There it is. Let me pin it over here. And there you guys go. You can roll away. What kind of ammunition do you use?
A shillelagh? I don't know that.
Roll again then. If you don't like use
okay.
arrows or bolts or
I was gonna
daggers.
give it to somebody else, but sure. No, I don't really use anything like that. So
there you go. A second level scroll.
ooh.
I think I got to roll on another table, don't I?
For the 2 druid scrolls that are on there.
It's a scroll of Crown of Madness. I don't know who can use that, but it can be used by Bard, Eldritch Knight, Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard, and Arcane Trickster. So is it just money? Is it going to turn into put it in the store?
Marley can use it, right?
Yeah, he's a bard, right?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Shh, don't tell anybody that.
This spell scroll bears the words of a single spell, Crown of Madness, written in a mystical cipher. Oh. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration.
That's what Marley needs.
Here you go. Here's another way to charm somebody.
But then they attack their
when
friends.
he's charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on his head and the madness glows in his eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you, meaning Marley, mentally chooses.
Yeah, I'll take that.
The target can act normally on its turn if they choose no creature or if none are within its reach.
Seeing Gorgio, I ended up with it anyway.
So keep in mind that casting any arcane spells in Waterdeep, there's a chance that you could have a wild surge. Just putting it out there again.
When this halfling hands it to me, Morkel is just so like flabbergasted. He has no idea what to do, and he just says, "Thank you."
Well, yeah, it fell out of your pocket, I guess. I don't know. That guy that walked through here, Giorgio, that was who it was. Yeah. So, I was saying that I haven't seen you guys in here before. It's obviously your first time. You guys obviously look pretty nervous. Are you from a different
Nervous?
zone?
No. How do you get to different zones?
What do you mean? You've never been to another zone?
What's a zone?
I've been as far as I could go.
Wait.
Which ain't very far.
You don't even know what a zone is? What?
I've heard of Zone of Truth. Is it like that?
Did you guys fall from the sky? How did you get here?
We walked.
From the house.
From where?
From our house.
Down the street.
He like looks at your guys' feet. From your house?
So where are you from?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which zone are you from?
I mainly am from here, from Troll Skull, but sometimes I go out into the wild.
Have you been taken away?
What do you mean? Taken away?
We do not need to be taken away. We have already been taken away.
Oh, you mean?
So we do not need to be taken away.
Oh, you mean taken? Like you mean because of the full moon taken away? Is that what you mean? Like bit?
Sure.
He looks around nervously. You mean like
bit?
Like bitten by a were creature? Is that what you mean by taken?
Nobody has bit me. I sometimes bite people.
What's a were creature?
I can confirm he bites people. He fights dirty.
Yeah. You guys have never heard of werewolves? Or
Well, I have, but
there are
bears?
werewolves and were sharks and were badgers and were wolves
There's
and
sharks?
were bears.
I
think there might even be were lions, but I haven't been able to confirm that.
Do the sharks have to wear like a jug of water on their head or something? How do they walk around?
They live in the Were Ocean.
They swim.
Oh, out in the
tavern
out
up the
harbor.
street.
Oh, we don't go out there. That's dangerous out there. There's a lot of undead out there.
Undead.
Well, you guys know the city is under siege by undead.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah.
So, and you go out there in the wild outside the city?
No.
With all the undead?
And the no control zones. The wild. You never heard of the wild? Wow.
Well, that's where you get taken. And Marley starts making these funny little
usually
faces.
if you get bit in the wild, it's usually from a jackal though. It's not from a werewolf. The werewolves don't want to bite you. The jackals probably will. They might.
Jackal wares are shape changers, but they are not lichens. They're not the same thing as a werewolf.
Yeah, because they're not black dogs.
He reads a lot. He knows these things because he reads a lot.
So the black dogs are werewolves?
Wolves are not dogs. They're different.
Yeah, they're... well, there's like the true... Well, not true. That are the real ones. Like the ones that like have fucked. You know.
Do you have to spray them with a hose to get them apart?
Yeah. and they made little baby Trues, and that's who runs the zones. There's the True. There's the True that lives down the street here. I don't remember his name, but he's the Raven. He's the Ravens. And then there's the Black Dogs, which are the army. They are everywhere. They're all over. They're on the city walls. There's the fat one that wanders the street, Schultz. He's always looking for something.
Probably food.
Oh no, he's got plenty of food up there in the fort. You know how spoiled that guy is. It's ridiculous, all the food that's up there. It just goes to bad. Just goes to bad. That's why there's so many rats down below. All the rotten food.
Is that why he's
What
so
is your job?
My job?
I thought those of you who were up here had jobs.
Oh, well, technically, I sell produce. Do you need any cucumbers?
He looks at dog is gonna look at S.
He picks up a little sack, and there's like 3 cucumbers in it. I'll sell you this onion, but it's still got like dirt and the thing sticking out. And, like, but I was gonna eat that later.
scooch the barrel closer to me?
So, do you need a job?
Yeah.
You can become my assistant cucumber salesman.
Yeah.
I'll give you
What zone do we do
5% of
that
the
in?
profits. Here, sell these.
That's not
And he
okay.
plops the 3 cucumbers on the counter. Sell these.
You don't know. You can't sell cucumbers, Marley.
Marley takes the 3 cucumbers outside. Starts hawking his wares. Cucumber here.
Do you? You know you can't do that. You'll go. Wait, is that what you meant by getting taken? You don't even know that you can't sell stuff on the street like that?
Somebody better tell Marley he's outside trying to do it.
He went with you. He's followed you out.
Oh, he did? And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, why not?
Because you'll get taken. Yeah, they don't like it.
Who?
They don't have control if you're selling stuff without their knowledge. The Ravens. You know,
So you're a smuggler, is what you're saying?
I'm not a smuggler. I'm a cucumber salesman.
And you pay them to sell your cucumbers?
Uh-huh. I have a license and everything. He pulls out some papers. See?
Well, if I'm
Got a
gonna
stamp.
work for you, where do I sell them at then?
Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta just ask people quietly if they want some cucumbers, like people you know, like Girl Scout cookies.
So Marley walks back inside and he walks over to these 4 guys sitting here and I know these guys. You guys want to buy some cucumbers?
Yeah. See, you can earn 5% right now. Just buy some cucumbers from him.
5%. If I sold 6 of them, I'd have a copper, right? But there's only 3 here.
Wow, how much? If you sold if you sold all 3 cucumbers for gold, I would give you 50 cents.
We have eaten our bacon. We should go.
I would give you 5 coppers.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you. I hold my hand out.
Wait, where's my gold for the cucumbers?
You know, you didn't say anything. You just said you was going to give me 5 coppers.
If you sell my cucumbers for a gold.
You trying to you cheating me?
Oh, no, I told you 5%. That was the trade. You sell them for 5% of the profits.
Yeah, you cheating me.
Well, I mean, I totally agree. It's totally unfair. You should be way making more than that on them. But you agreed to it. So,
Well,
have you ever had a cucumber?
Maybe.
Who looks at it? Yeah, you probably have had a cucumber. I mean, you've had extra helpings of S's cucumbers too.
Yeah, S would never eat the cucumber.
Sitting over your.
You put the cucumber near him, and he does like the cat. He
rat
goes,
barrel.
he's like, kind of.
Put the cucumber down by the cat.
Yeah. I heard if you show a cucumber to a tabaxi, they freak out.
Yeah,
you know, I did that to both of my cats, and neither one of them did a damn thing. So they just kind of looked at it like, "What are you doing?"
So the stew's pretty filling. I mean, you guys are like, oh, I mean, because you ate breakfast already too, and it's only like barely even 11.
Well, now that we know we can get food, that's not that big of a deal, and they don't take you see, unless you sell cucumbers. Too loud. You can't sell cucumbers loud.
Yeah, you hear CK goes, man, I hope I'm around this way next week when they have the food again.
Cucumber volume is the key.
Around next week? What do you mean?
What?
Where you go tomorrow?
What do you mean? Tomorrow I sell more cucumbers.
Where do you eat at tomorrow if you can't?
Oh wow! I was planning on maybe trying to find another onion, but I gotta sell enough cucumbers so I can buy another bowl next week when he opens again.
Oh.
Did you ever do any business with Dr. Troy?
Oh, one time I had to get I had a sick dog, and he had a bad cough, and I went in there to get some cough syrup, but it was way more than I could afford. I mean, he wouldn't even take cucumbers for trade. I mean, what do you do? I just got whooshed out somehow. I don't know. Some whooshy thing just whooshed me right out. It's like I was dirt or leaves blowing in the wind or something. Thing. I don't know.
Have you seen him around lately?
Oh, Dr. Troy?
Yeah.
Maybe a few days ago, but not lately.
What was he doing? Where'd he go?
Well,
where'd you see him?
I was over at Millie's. She lives in a shack down at the end of the street, and we were kind of busy, you know.
You and Millie?
Yeah, and I heard something, and when I looked up, I thought I saw him over by the fence.
What fence?
By the big fence at the end of the street. He points west.
To the west.
Yeah.
He might have to check his.
He might have to check his direction. Down, that. Oh, that way. Yeah. What was he doing over there?
Shacks?
What drew your attention?
I heard a noise, and I stuck my head out of the shack, and I thought I saw him over by the fence. And then Marley grabbed me and pulled me back in and started kissing me.
Marley did.
Not Marley. What was her name?
Millie.
I don't
know what the hell little fucker's talking about.
She's kind of young.
So you didn't see what caused the commotion?
Hear you, John.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
What'd you say?
No, I was making a joke about after 15 years and we're only finding this about Marley now.
Yeah.
He likes halflings.
I like halflings, and I'm a real rounder. I've been all around this neighborhood several times.
So, how do you guys know Dr. Troy, huh?
He has a shop.
Yeah, we've been to his shop.
Expensive.
Yeah.
We just noticed he hasn't been around lately.
Oh. Well, that does seem kind of strange. Who's running the shop?
Has a close sign.
Yeah.
It's been closed.
Maybe he went fishing.
I thought I saw Schultz over there yesterday.
Well, we are finished with our bacon. Let's leave. It's been nice talking to you. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll see you next week. Oh, please leave. He points to the barrel of rats. Oh, that's a bad smell. Matter of fact, can I help you with the door? He goes
We'll
and
see you
opens the
around,
door.
CK.
It's like
Don't touch my
fanning
barrel.
the flies out.
I'll haul the barrel back.
I'm not done eating yet.
Trying to stay upwind of
Maybe
that
I can
barrel.
find another silver piece or steel piece in the grate over here or something. So you guys go back to the shop?
You are leaving that barrel outside the shop, right? S.
No, he's got a big hold of it.
No, I mean
Down the street.
outside of our shop. You're not
Oh.
bringing it into
Yeah, I
our
want it
shop,
out
are
in the
you?
back so that it freezes,
Okay.
and then I can take off chunks as I need it.
That barrel
Yeah.
My
reeks.
food source.
You're gonna put it so it's a little bit of down or upwind from the guards across the street at the fort. They kind of wafts over there.
Yeah, so it waves over. Well, it's you said it was like 25 degrees out, so it's below freezing.
Let's see.
I figured it
Party
should
sheet.
make nice.
Let's see what the temperature is
sickles.
today. The third day and the what is it? Still morning. It's actually 37
So it's like a nice refrigerator.
is warmed up a little.
That works.
It'd be ice cold without being ice.
And I'll sternly
forecast
warn the rest
is-
of them to not touch my rats.
The forecast is warm, a slight warm front with cooling weather towards the end of the week. Light winds, and it rained yesterday. Oh no, it's going to rain this afternoon. No, it's snow. It's snow. It's going to snow later. So there you go. It's going to snow a little into the evening. So that'll work. You got snow-covered popsicle freaking rat
Barrel.
bites.
That's my primary food source because I don't want to eat all this crap. Potatoes, carrots, cucumbers is disgusting.
All this stuff that's going to go bad in a few days if you don't eat it. The rats are already bad.
I have
There's more
some
right across the
mushrooms.
street.
What about these mushrooms?
Where'd you get them at?
From my pouch. Like I get all my mushrooms. They also grow underneath my bed.
So, like, you're like around wrestling with the barrels on the back porch and the side porch, because you're out there for a little bit, and one of the barrels has like a hollow sound and something in it on the side of the house.
One of the barrels that we've had at the house, or one of S's barrels?
One of the barrels. Hold on, I can. One of the barrels out here on the porch.
I'll pop it open. Check it out.
It's food that's looks like it's been here for a couple days, maybe a day, 2 days. It's like wrapped up sandwiches and like looks like
Call through the window.
your
Tell them
food.
to all come out and help bring these barrels in.
Well, it's just one barrel that's got the food in it. The rest of them are just empty barrels. Matter of fact, give me a investigation check.
And this looks like the food that we regularly eat.
Yep.
Who would hide our food in a
One
barrel?
of you come take a better look at this.
Ooh, that's a pretty good investigation. You find that one of the barrels has like tar or something stuck on one bottom end of it, like underneath, and you can see like an impression of like George Washington in the tar. You know what I mean? It's like
The Virgin Mary.
a dragon, Waterdeep would be an impression of a coin, and a couple of them in the tar, but one that looks
Are they
obvious.
empty?
Yeah, there's no coins in it. The barrel's empty. Yeah.
Orig, what do you want to do with the barrels?
It's just one barrel that's got the tar, and then one barrel that's got the food in it. And this barrel looks like the barrel that's got the tar in it, and the other barrels look like they've been here a while. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to take out a my dagger and scrape NOT above where it says food. We can leave this here. People won't bother it because they'll think it's not food. And then if we need to, we can come back and get some food.
I don't mind food that's gone, a little sour, but the rest of you?
Yeah, this type of food, you might get a day out of it. It's already starting to go bad.
Looks like Dr. Troy left our food out here instead of bringing it down.
Why would he put it in a barrel?
Oh no, this isn't food from inside the house. You don't think?
Right, we don't think it's ours. We're not even close to our location. We're halfway down the street.
No,
we're
you
back
guys.
at our Dr. Troy's.
Sorry, you guys are at Dr. Troy's.
We came back after.
I didn't share the map back with him.
I have the map up. The token hasn't moved.
It was this
Do you
barrel
think
outside on the porch that has the food.
Do you think they took Dr. Troy?
Oh, you're in the somehow you got dropped in the bathroom. Let me move you out. There you go. you were in the little bathroom here. And there's no light in there. Should probably put a light in there, don't you think? Maybe you guys have a light in there. Let's put a candle.
At least a candle.
Right? Let's do
Wants to take a dump in the dark.
Especially after Orig's been in there, you definitely want to light a candle.
There's a why is it keep every time you guys move every time you guys move your token, the little drop down preset window closes.
It's busy recalculating as we move.
I was gonna put a light where he's at. There we go.
So after disguising our food, I'm going to come back inside.
Disguising it.
All right, we've had our fun. Let's go back downstairs, and perhaps Dr. Troy's there already.
Wow.
Wait, didn't CK say he was taken?
Taken. We just want to say
You think they
taken.
took him?
Hey, speaking of taken, let's take it on a break.
Taking a break?
Let's take our 10-minute break. So, hey, we're gonna Taco Tuesday in the chat. Who's Taco Tuesday in the chat? All right, so we're gonna take a 10-minute break. The players are already gone. And I'm gonna start a timer. I gotta look over here. I gotta do a timer for Windows updated, so I have a clock now on all my monitors. Thank you, Windows 11, for freaking doing what you've done for 20 years. 21:47. That gives us a little over 10 minutes. And I'm going to put the slideshow on and start some pretzel music for your listening pleasure. But that gives you 10 minutes to get back here because we got another hour and a half. And we might actually get into some combat here in a little bit. So stick around or come back. We'll be right back. Let's go back to playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. Stop the pretzel. Stop the timer. Turn the stream volume off. Do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of us. We're all here. Yay. Everybody's eating. I had an English muffin with some blueberry cream cheese on it. My mom. Ooh, a payday.
A payday.
I haven't had a payday in a while. You know they have a chocolate covered payday now? I haven't tried it.
Haven't tried it.
Me neither. It sounds
I
good.
saw them.
It'd be like a Snickers, maybe, right? I don't know. I do like me a Snickers.
Snickers is my favorite. Payday's my second.
Oh yeah, payday. It's not high on my list. So we're gonna have some combat. Are you guys ready for some combat? Which map do we want to have combat on?
We were just sitting here minding our own business.
Yeah, we fighting ebb and flow.
Yeah, no, you can't fight them. They're invisible stock or unseen servants. They have no form. I mean, you can yell and get mad and throw your fist through them, but it doesn't really. Stop, you bastard! Give me. It doesn't really work. But still getting used to my reference manual map. There we go.
Go to sleep. Whose ringtone was that?
Right?
That's my bedtime. It plays it once at 9:50.
My lights go out when it's bedtime for me. You'll see the lights go out for me. All right, yeah. So this map is going to work. Let me put you guys over here. I'm gonna, some of you guys are on top of a building or whatever. I'm gonna push this map to you right now. So, you guys are like in the house or whatever, and you hear something in the back. Well, let's
in the
figure out
alley
what
or in
time it
the
is.
back of the house.
We're gonna call it like 4 in the afternoon, and it sounds like it's in the alley. No, maybe in the street. You can't tell from inside. What do you do?
S is grabbing his pike and he's gonna poke his head out the window and see what he can see.
Well, the windows are shuttered, so it's a little work to get them open.
Well,
you can poke out the door. Yeah, open the door and look out. There's just some kind of noise coming from that direction. So you can see the guard up in the tower, right? And then behind the gate over here, there's probably somebody milling around on the other side of the street. But the noise is coming from down here, and it's what's weird is it's like a clickety noise, like. So it's
Is
a
the
weird
guard reacting
noise.
to the sound?
He's kind of looking that way, but it doesn't look like he's still sitting down. But you can see him kind of looking that way. But it looks like he's got if he stands up, then he can see better. But he's just sitting down on something up there. You can just see his top of his head like this, and he's got a heavy coat on. It's kind of snowing a little. So,
Jess is gonna walk out.
As an idea, I want to show you this layer. Do I have this layer turned on? This background?
No.
No.
What background?
That one.
Yes.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
No.
All right.
Yes.
So you can see that where you guys are at is represented. That's Dr. Troy's, and you're in this street, right? That's
Okay.
where that's representing. That's why I kind of did that a little bit.
And this is
Very
the
nice.
bacon place. This is the pot of bacon.
No, the bacon place is actually right there.
Okay.
Wait, is that the bacon place? Oh, those are just copies of pens. I just screenshotted the image and stuck it on here. Those aren't real pins. It's just a screenshot. Well, I guess a couple of them are. I made them real pins, so I guess I could make that a real pin. But I have to look at the other map real quick. No, it is right there. You see it where I pointed? Yep. As an idea, but does that allow? When I turn that on, does that allow you to move out there if you wanted to onto the? Yeah. All right. Cool. So that'll work as we have.
I'm going to try to hide in the shadows of this building up here, right here, there at the corner, sort of peeking around and looking and hiding.
Nice.
I don't know.
Steps out to the road and just kind of looks.
Do I get advantage because there's a big snake man standing there distracting people?
You don't get anything if there's no one there to tell that you're hiding. You know, if there's no one to hide from,
All wrapped up.
do you get to roll a stealth check, right? If a tree falls in the forest and no one can hear it, does it actually make a sound?
It screams
So-
in pain. You don't understand pain.
When you step out the street like that, S, and you know around the corner, you can kind of see. We need to do that, and we need to do. You see it's probably about 30 to 40 pounds in weight. It's got 6 legs. It looks insecty, kinda. Here, I'll let S describe it.
Kind of like.
Here, I'll help you out.
Yeah,
As it goes, it turns and sees you and goes.
It's a weird thing with these like
It starts
blade legs.
Scurrying towards you as you see another one come out of that well or sewer
Okay.
or whatever that the hole
They
in
both
the
kind of from that location.
the hole, huh?
Where are they on the map? I don't.
Yeah,
see
I'm
them on the map.
gonna put them right. I'm gonna put them on the map. So they are small creatures. So they're about the size of a dog, a basset hound, or something 30 to 40 pounds. But they're pretty tall. They're probably the size of the height of a greyhound, or a German shepherd, maybe not quite that big. But let me show them to the rest of the party since you're about to see them. And put them on the map.
How big are these things?
Interesting.
30 to
about the size
40
of a dog.
pounds, about the size of a greyhound dog.
Oh man, when
Is it a Kruthic?
when Morkel sees these things, he's just gonna start like,
Wait, what did I
salivating. They
push
look
to you
delicious
guys?
to him.
Oh, I didn't push
It's
the
like a
initiative
Kruthic.
button. I didn't push it. Sorry.
Would I have studied any of these? I know what they are, but would Oregon?
No, this isn't in. Old McDonald doesn't have any of these on this whole thing. Old McDonald's had a pig, and the thing goes around. You had one of those, and a speaking spell. You had a speaking spell.
Yeah, but ours was the plains.
It wasn't extra dimensional creatures, no.
All the different plains creatures.
No.
Okay.
But Orog, you can hear S go, oh, I don't know what they are, but someone's coming this way. Shit. And his teeth chatter a little. Because it's cold
Actually, he gets really excited. He's really ready to fight something for real. He spent 15 years sparring with his brothers, and now he gets to actually kill something.
So, you can, through this fence, you can kind of make out what's going on in the street, you know what I mean?
All right, so I'm going to lean forward and shoot around the corner.
Oh, wait, is the fence not on? You do see the fence that you're behind, right?
Right. Is it? Am I not tall enough to shoot over
Yeah,
the
it's
fence?
like 6 foot tall. Oh, yeah, you're freaking like 7 foot tall. What are you shooting? A
A
bow?
short bow. So I could see over it, but I wouldn't be able to shoot through it. It's completely solid enough. There's not a break in the fence where I could shoot through or anything.
There is a -5 break in the fence, so yes, you could shoot through the fence if you wanted to. Or over
All right,
it.
so I'm going to use my inspiration and try to shoot this thing.
Wait, we changed the way inspiration's working, didn't we? Did we not agree?
But you
Everybody,
can use
So
it
it
after the
doesn't do
fact like a
both?
penny.
no, everybody starts off with a point of inspiration that you can
But we have
give.
to give it away. We can't
Yeah,
use it ourselves.
correct.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
And when you give it to somebody, it allows them to re-roll. And it has to be done via role play. You can't just use it for a mechanical benefit. So it's basically giving someone inspiration. You're going to say, you can do it, man!
Well, as I see Oreg step out to shoot, can I say to him, I don't know what you're shooting at, but let your arrow fly true.
You can if he misses,
Oh.
So you don't have to use it if he.
right?
Nice. Okay.
Ah, got it. Okay.
So being a sneaky person I am, going to sneak.
Yeah,
I've been
so
hiding. See
you have
these
a,
things come
you have
around the
a,
corner,
you have a -5 with advantage.
and they're
So that
crawling.
kind of balances itself out. Yeah, they're making let me see if there's a good description of them. It says, imagine a hive of ants. Oh no, that's not a good description. Uh, they're chitin-covered reptiles that look like they're from like subterranean. They're little like front pokey things, just kind of like bust up the ground when they walk. It just like chips up stone and stuff. So those things are super super tough. Those spiky things, and they definitely you think have some kind of motion sense or something.
All right, so I peek around the corner, see this thing, studying it. It's clearly not natural, and so making a judgment call. I'm going to try to kill it. I burp up a little bacon as inspiration, and then watch through the crack in the fence. It's my short bow out, and as soon as it steps in to that little hole, let it shoot.
I didn't see FGA in the house. FGA in the house. Fantasy Grounds Academy. With advantage, it bounces off its armor, and you get to re-roll because you have been inspired.
So we can't see the results of whether it hit or not.
Right, that's why I said it. It missed. It bounced off his armor. Oh, we should turn that
You have
on, right? Is what you're saying.
Show results turned off. Yeah. So we can.
Let's see. Where is that going to be? Combat, probably. Allied player, ring bell, show
It's
effect.
in game.
Oh, it's in game?
The very top. It's chat. Show results to client.
I have it turned on friendly. Show GM rolls is off. Right? Friendly, off, and on. Show results to client. Oh, maybe it needs to be on and GM rolls off.
Yeah, on should be. Yeah, that tells us. That was just a random roll. But...
All right. And
so you
fence
missed.
is just too much.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
arrow gets wedged in the fence. And I sort of move back around. And I look at Morkel. There's these weird creatures. They're not natural. Be careful out there if you guys decide to go out. You may want to stay behind the fence.
All right.
All right. I can climb over this fence, right? Just totally ignoring what Orig just said.
Yeah, you got a climb speed, right? You're like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just like stick to it and like clamber over the fence. And
over the the house next to you or whatever. You don't have a problem getting right over.
and end up.
But it costs you 10 feet of movement though to get over.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'll end up there actually. And see these things, and man, they look like prey to me. Like this just looks like something that I would want to eat. And
really? I
I'm gonna.
mean, I want to look at this thing again. Are you really? That's
Well,
what.
it
That's
looks
what
like
he see. The lizard.
it
Folk
looks
see
like a
like
big
a bug,
insect
right?
to him. Yeah.
Crack it like a blue crab.
Oh
I mean,
man, that
I mean,
delicious meat inside.
they're like, they're like a greyhound dog or something. They're pretty big.
So I'm gonna
And
put
they look a little skitterish, like. And then, but when he came around the corner and everything's going on, he started like heading towards the commotion or whatever. What do we got? Thunderwave? What do we got?
So no, entangle right there.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna yeah, I'll cast that and a bunch of vines, just snake up from the ground and try to
Like
grasp these things.
out of the fence and stuff, like on that other
Yeah,
one. Like,
in between the cobblestones in the street. All right, got one.
The one in the cobblestones is like.
You need to put that on. Okay.
Restrained. It's like it starts biting at the at the vines. It's not like trying to get out.
And then as a bonus action, I will cast. I will use Shillelagh on my staff.
Shenane? All right. So the one in the back, the Goliath one, is it difficult terrain?
That's a good question. I think it is. Yes.
So you see it like starts to like use these front pointy like leg things, and it just starts mowing through the freaking vines as it moves kind of through. It's still slow, but it does kind of make its way out over here. So 5, 10, 15, 30 feet to get out. And then it's going to dash. So it comes scurrying down this way. 25, 35. So we can't get there. Hold on. Yeah, it can. Come scurrying all the way up, making this horrible squeaking, clacking noise or something. Like you can feel it in your feet, right? The clacking noise it's making. Well, this one's gonna try to get out. It's restrained, so
I can just push it that saving throw again if you want.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get. He doesn't.
Nice.
He's like restrained, and he uses his range attack to sit there and do nothing because he ain't got one. Marley.
So this is like where the barricade can be moved?
Yeah, you can easily squeeze through there with no penalty in movement. If you want to actually like remove the barricade and stuff, it takes an action, but you could squeeze through there no problem.
Right, I'm just going to squeeze through there and kind of run out to here to see what's going on and go, oh shit, what the hell, S? I didn't know your family was coming for dinner. I'm going to give S some Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. And I think I'll fire a short bow at it. Is there any kind of penalty with S right there?
What? 1 second, I got something open. All right. Sorry. No, you're okay. You're good enough.
Cool.
I mean, you could be there, whatever.
And it dodged.
Yeah. These things are dodgy.
Seems awful dodgy to me.
Dalgron Brightfist, the lamplighter. What were you? A lamplighter? What? Not a lamplighter.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna come running out here and see these ugly things.
Just glowing
And-
fists.
And he's going to cast a spell on and he's going to, let me find it. Where did it go? Damn it. There it is. Put some bless on them. I guess Sirenscape's not working. And have them tell them that let the Lord of Light guide your weapons.
Sirenscape's working.
Is delay?
It is now. I restarted it.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't noticed that it wasn't.
And then that's going to be the end of his turn.
Oh, you guys. I was testing my laptop, and you might have to rejoin if it's not working.
Oh, I hear it now. I just didn't hear it when I cast it.
All right, for the Bardic Inspiration, do I have to declare that before I make the attack or after?
What does it say?
For the Bard.
I don't. Sharing, caring is sharing. Sharing is caring.
Yes. Bardic Inspiration. Let's open that up and let's. Sharing is caring. So the next creature can wait until after it rolls a die for the ability check.
After.
Attack roll or saving.
Yeah.
Okay. So S sees this thing coming, running up onto it, and he gets this big old grin on his face. And he kind of pulls his cloak back off the top of his head, and then you see his neck area kind of swell out just for a second. And he spits in this Goliath's face as this big loogie of green nasty fluid flies to hit this guy.
Mucinex man.
Nice, +3 because of bless.
Yeah, thank you, bless.
As
did it
a
actually... blob of poison smashes this thing in the face and just burns its eyeballs out. Its sockets are just melting out of his eyeballs.
Pretty good armor class. AC's a 16, so the bless did help.
definite help. And then as soon as that's done, he's gonna run up to here with his pike.
So, give me a perception check at disadvantage real quick.
Okay. I have horrible perception anyway, so.
Oh, that's good enough to. When you stab into this thing or spit on this thing and kill it, there's definitely some kind of smell or something coming off of it, like a distinct odor, like
snake snot,
like ammonia or something. It kind of hits your senses a little bit as you step over it, and move to where you were going.
All right, well, I'm just going to use that as my action, and I'm going to move up to 10 feet away from this one that's there.
Struggling, trying to get out of the vines, just like biting at them and tugging at them. And Sergeant Schultz.
What the hell is he still doing?
He's like, "What are you doing in my neighborhood?"
Is the guard in the tower doing anything?
Yeah, the guard in the tower is. That's why I was delayed. I was looking for him. Did that work? Oh, I might have duplicates. Yeah. Smelly Azure right arm is up in the tower, and he stands up and he's like, "Hey, what's all that noise out there in the street?" You can see that he is a dwarf. And he's got this guy's got a longbow. What? Whatever.
A dwarf with a longbow?
Yeah.
Is it taller than he is?
And a short sword. He's like,
he shoots it sideways.
This is what they gave me as initiate in the.
That's pretty gangsta.
In the Ravens. So what do you want from me? So yeah, he's paying attention. It's not his turn though. It is top of the round 2.
All right. I'm not gonna say anything to the guard. I'm just gonna move up to there, and the.
Wait, you standing on this body?
Yeah, I just
jumps on it, sticks his little feet like right on it. And he's like, "Aha!
I'm claiming it.
Mine."
Yeah, exactly. And then the vines that are already wrapped around this guy just kind of start to squeeze him. And I'm gonna use Thorn Whip on him and try to hit him with that.
Are you gonna also try to whip him out of there, or just leave him?
No, I want to leave him where he is. I just want to do the damage.
You like this whip around his neck a little. They choke him a little. He's like your dog when you pull the leash too hard. He's like.
All right, so I want to stick my bow in my mouth and grab the edge of the roof and pull myself up onto the roof. Move up here to this.
Give me an athletics. Athletics. Yeah, no problem. You pull yourself up. What are you getting up on the peak of the roof there? Like.
Right, and then so I can see down at this other creature.
Oh yeah, you're
And then
almost at the same level as the guy over there with the longbow that just stood up. He's like, huh? And he sees you climbing up on the roof.
So I'm going to then shoot down at this thing.
You're hiding behind the chimney a little. You take aim. You like lean up against the chimney. You take aim with your bow.
Exactly. What? My short bow doesn't show up in standard action? I don't like it. Alright.
Why'd you roll 2 die?
Nice.
Why do you have advantage?
It's restrained by
because it's restrained.
ankle.
Yeah, little double, little sneaky tack. You find a soft spot on his side as your arrow sinks into this thing and it starts twitching and convulsing and falls over dead. Thud.
I'm looking down the street from my vantage point, and also looking back the other way. Do I see anything else coming?
No. This street's pretty vacant. But you do see that guard over there is like, he's trying to see what you guys are shooting at. He's trying to, see across this way. He's looking. He's like, hey, what? There's some more Kruthix? Is that what's out there? He yells.
Yeah.
Dahlgren's gonna say, "Don't worry, we got this one, my brother."
S is gonna stab it with his pike and kind of pick it up in the air and
throw it over his shoulder.
Whatever this is.
Not in our name.
Like,
I'm just trying to show off what it is.
He's like, yeah, that's one of those Kruthix. They like to live in with the undead. He points towards the wall behind to the south. He's like, they're usually in a nest of them. Where'd he come from? There's
Dahlgren's
2
already
of them.
looking down the hole he came out of.
You can
in that hole.
You can hear some like way down in the hole, some clicking.
They came from in here.
There's
The hole? Do you mean the well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is now
So
covered
the
in
well's
vines,
tainted.
and everybody's walking in there getting all tangled and tripping over shit. Till the entangle is released.
All right, I'll go ahead and drop concentration.
I guess we should have
Even though
done the
it's funny.
saving throw to see if we got restrained.
Right.
Haven't quite got the
vines and stuff
worked out.
Drag you down into the well. That would be fun.
My short little legs.
So yeah, these things are not. Whoa, what was that?
What the heck happened to?
I don't know. He just took out running. He's like,
I didn't even touch my token.
there was a movement on it, and I clicked it, and he went all the way down the street, but there was no indicator line. Might have got drug or something. But the tokens are unlocked, and we're out of initiative. I'm gonna.
How far down the well can we see?
60 feet, and it still goes further down. Right? You have 60 feet of dark vision? Yeah. You can tell it looks like something has climbed up out of the well recently. It's pretty obvious. Especially these things with a spiky freaking...
I'll grab a nearby rock and cast light on it and drop it down in there. See if how far
100 feet. And it hits
down there?
It hits the ground. Give me a... Who's watching? Who's watching him drop the rock? Whoever's watching, give me a perception check. All right. So you guys could tell that about the 60-foot mark, like right at the edge of your dark vision. I assumed everybody only had 60 feet of dark vision. I didn't actually look. No, No one is a darker, longer, ultra.
Yeah, it's
What
all
is it?
60.
Ultra, or what do they call it now?
True
Superior.
sight.
Superior dark
Superior
vision,
dark
like
vision.
drow.
Yeah, no one has superior dark vision. So, I was gonna take you guys out of initiative too. About 60 feet down, there's like what looks like sewer tunnels, maybe like constructed tunnels, and then the hole goes past that another 40 feet. So like the rock was lit, and as you see it fall, you can see that it looks like there was sewer tunnel, and then the hole continues down past
So
the
the
sewer
sewer
tunnel.
runs through our water supply.
This isn't
Our
this
water
isn't a
supply
water
is the sewer.
well. This isn't a
Oh.
water well. There's no bucket or crank on it.
It's where you dump your buckets
It looks like
there.
there's a
Mary.
it looks like there's a
Night
lid
soil.
laying over there, like it was like a manhole. You know what I mean? It's only sticking up out of the ground like 2 feet.
Morkel, I bet you can just using sloppy feet of yours, just walk right down the side of that and take a look around, can't you? It's an oubliette, scary oubliette.
Morkel, do you want to
What is that
put these
oubliette?
with the rats for later dinner?
Oh yeah, definitely. At least one of these things.
You guys are
What?
disgusting.
That's good
Rats
eating
and
right there.
insects.
I'm gonna go over and try to rip off a piece of it and take a munch and see if it's any good.
Oh, raw?
Ew.
Yeah, I'm a
Um,
bugbear.
it has a similar taste of cockroach. Since you're a bugbear, you know what those taste like.
Nasty.
Beggars eat bugs.
These
That's how
are
they got their name.
would be a little bit better if they were cooked. I prefer the chicken, but it is definitely something we could eat if you needed to.
I bet it don't taste like bacon.
No. Well, you don't know. If you cook it, it could be the new bacon. It's like sizzling or something. Move over, bacon. We've got sizzling, which is edible. I mean, you can't eat sizzling. It just does not taste like bacon. Sorry.
Never tried. Never will.
It's worth a try just so you can know that you have never missed out on it. Right? I'm glad that
Somehow I
I've
don't
never bought
feel
this.
like I've missed it.
Like if you go to Costco and would you like to try a piece of sizzling? That's when you try it, right? And you'll be like, I'm glad I never bought this. So
Be like the guy in the video trying turkey bacon. They had him a piece and he throws it in the trash can. They hand him another. He throws it in the trash can.
So you guys want to go down the sewer hole?
Not necessarily.
S doesn't
Look,
mind.
You can hear them down there.
Morkel can climb on the walls, right?
It's echoey though. It's like really loud.
I don't mind going
echoey.
down there, but I don't want to go down by myself. More than a couple of those things that take me out.
Yeah, we're only first level. Do we level up? Do we get experience points for killing those two and level up? Then we'll go down, right?
Probably.
Is that what you guys are thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call
Yeah.
two more up here, and then we'll call two more up here. Spots camped.
Grinding.
I wish you could just drag an NPC into the encounters and it would give you the XP instead of making an encounter, right? Although if I built the module properly, it would be in encounters, not NPC. I just had an NPC. I didn't make an encounter. But I will, because I want to kind of sort of keep track of XP a little bit on my own. Thank you for my own purposes. We're still milestone. Basically, when I tell you you level up, you level up. So there's.
Yeah, I don't think it's safe for Morkel to go by himself. But I certainly
Would I
can't
be
go.
able to squeeze down this hole?
You wouldn't have to squeeze, no. I mean, everybody would have to squeeze down the hole, but you're not a large creature, so you could fit just as well as everybody, but the snake, who can
Okay.
just like slither out himself.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Not till next level.
Yeah, but you've been practicing. You've been practicing. You can do your arm behind your head and put your foot up. You know, like real flexible too. Like you've been practicing.
I can shake my hands behind my back.
Did you learn that from the Kama Sutra or the Contortionist Handbook?
Snake Charmer's Handbook, but from the snake perspective.
Okay. So
the snake charmer's handbook.
Yes.
You guys are seriously thinking about going down in this sewer?
S loved that battle. Yeah, he would absolutely want to go down that sewer and fight another one.
Well, we can get more food down there. And
Marley
I point
looks at
at
Orig and says, "Orig, you know,
not
down
food.
there is where they take you. Down there is where they take you."
Okay, cool.
The guard wanted to take us next door, and when Marley got taken, when you got taken earlier today, he took you in the back. S got taken in the back. Nothing seemed to indicate these creatures are taking anybody.
You don't think
What are we talking about again?
one of these little creatures could take anybody, for sure. Not one.
You said,
So
what are we talking
I mean,
about again?
you only got a few minutes, and obviously the Ravens are going to come over here. So, what do you guys? Do you want?
Those guys are assholes.
Do you want to talk to them? Do you want them asking you questions? And
Not
so
particularly.
you got the
Do you
two.
think they'll ask us questions if we go down in the sewer, though?
Well, they might wonder why these two dead things are out here in the street.
Let's go
Let's
put them
stuff them in
behind
the
the
sewer.
house with the rats.
Right, I mean, a couple of you could lug those and throw them in the house as somebody's lowering a rope, or what's your plan on getting down into the sewer?
I've got 50 feet of rope.
Not to get you down 50 feet. What
I'm
about
gonna go
the
get some
other?
older clothes on.
What about the other
Anybody else have rope?
50 feet?
Yeah, I've got some rope. We can tie it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some old clothes on if we're going down the sewer.
Well, that's going to
And,
take a little while. The guards will definitely be back out there when you get back.
I also have rope.
I only
have
have
no rope.
old clothes. You have new clothes?
I'm thinking maybe we should come back and go down. Let's take this thing, get in the house, let the guards do whatever investigating they want to do, and then we can come back and go down. I'm concerned that the guards are going to cut the rope while we're down there.
And then put the big metal lid back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we leave one of these things
Right on top of the well.
to
Take one and leave one.
yeah, so that they can see what we were fighting?
Maybe we take it and we stick the dead one half out of the well and then put the lid so it looks like it's squishing it.
The illusion of the lid killing it. The commotion of the guys out here shooting arrows and is what
poison melted face and
yeah. Azure right arm was drunk up on watch duty while he was watching some of it go down.
He's a dwarf, so
he
could totally be drunk.
That's why he's smelly. Smelly Azure right arm. So a little like deception kind of thing going on here, trying to put the scene like these things were coming out. You take one and you go back and make a plan at the house real quick, figure out what you guys want to do, get some rope together, tie it together. All right, we're gonna dun, come back and like sneak down this thing. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
If the guard saw us attack it, then they're just going to come bother us again at the house.
Well, I mean,
I say we just go down.
They haven't ID'd you yet. You don't think? I mean, you guys have been covered up and.
Then stranding a strap.
So I mean,
down
if you like don't go directly back to the house and wave at them as you go in the front door.
He's too drunk to remember.
Is that what you want to do, or do you want to wave at them from the porch as you go in the house? You see my point. You can be a little sneaky if you want. All you gotta do is say it.
Yeah, we'll kind of sneak.
Try not to let the guards figure out where we went. I mean, this is kind of an area that you're not supposed to be in. Is in this street, so being out there is pretty obvious to them. But if you sneak back in and run down the alleyway into the dark alleyway, they may walk down the alleyway looking for you, but they're not going to go far.
Yeah, so we'll just continue down the road to the next entrance, get in, and then come back.
They come back and do a loop or something. That'd totally throw them off. Yeah, that would totally throw them off. Or you climb over the fence a little ways down or something real fast. Try to lose them. So, is anybody gonna like sneak back over here and try to watch the guards, or are you guys just gonna give it a few minutes and then come back over here?
I don't want to be out there and risk being spotted.
Did you say we're not supposed to be out here in the street?
No, you're not supposed to be out in the street. That's why it's been barricaded off. It looks like it's for their use, like something, for some reason.
So when we see people walking around, they're out here behind the houses and alleys. They're not in the main street.
No, the people that are walking around are, hold on this street, on Tower March Street. If you look at the top of the map,
the north end,
the north side of you guys, that street's not barricaded off.
Okay.
But
you said this one is.
But this one is.
But this one is, yeah. All the way to this intersection, just beyond that intersection. It's all barricaded off. Actually,
we'll work our way back in the house.
If you want to like figure out why, it's pretty simple. This whole square or this whole section right here is the Red Dog Fort. The whole corner is the whole compound. I mean, it's not all one big building. There's lots of buildings, but they have the whole area is all been, and you can see that there's a lot of like dark windows, no curtains blowing out some windows. It's vacant pretty much. You don't see any movement or anything in there, except for every now and then a raven flies by, or you can hear maybe a guard or two, but it doesn't sound like there's many people over in that whole fort area. But that's why it's barricaded off. Climbing? Is that what we guys are doing?
Yeah, with rope.
Who's doing the deed first? Who's climbing down first? DC in here to climb with a rope. It's pretty.
Assume we're not blessed anymore.
It's pretty slick. No. I think it's going to be a DC 10. Not super hard, but for first level characters, I think they could fail. Athletics, DC 10, whoever's going first. 5 or more is not good if you fail by. S, you have no problem climbing down. Do you just climb past the sewer tunnels and keep going where the clicking is coming from?
No, I'll go down to the sewer tunnels
when you get
to
the sewer tunnel, you can tell that these creatures have dug deeper. It looks like the tunnel is only big enough for a medium creature to squeeze through. But
now,
in the sewer area, it's 10 feet by 10 feet almost. You could get out and walk around and stuff. But in the floor of the sewer area, is that hole that goes down another
right.
40 feet.
From the sewer area to the surface, are there no hand rungs? Like normally when you would climb down, there
they've
would
all
be hand
been
rungs.
like rotted away.
Okay.
It looks like they were wooden at one time. Not iron, like your typical iron. The sewer looks old when you get down here, like really old.
So I have a powerful
Actually,
build,
yeah, so you carry extra weight.
right? And I would argue that since I'm using a rope to lower myself, I'm actually holding and carrying the weight of myself. Would I be able to use this to give myself a little bit of a +2 or something as I climb down?
No, it just allows you to push, drag, or lift more. Well, I guess you kind of, if you wanted to put your friends on your back and climb down, you wouldn't have any negatives. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I'll give you guidance.
Do I need do I get a bonus from my suction cups, or do I just not even need to roll at all?
Yeah, if you got a climb speed, you don't even need to roll.
Ah, sweet.
The rope's
so,
just
yeah.
gonna help you a little, you know. You might grab a hold of it a little, and
does S catch me?
I guess guidance wouldn't have helped you.
he could yell something inspiring out as you're falling.
Yeah, hold up, brace yourself, and I'll give him my inspiration.
So you can re-roll your athletics check.
Yeah.
Nice. So he yells some
I start to
inspiring.
slip and I reach out and brace myself between the two walls, slow my descent, and then quickly grab the rope again. Try it again.
I'm just hanging on the wall next to him, going, "What are you doing?"
You kind of like pushing the rope a
Too
little bit
slow.
closer to it. You're upside down though. You're like, what are you doing? So what do we got? Marley that's got a roll here.
Well, Marley's looking at Dahlgren. Dahlgren hasn't climbed down yet, has he?
Dahlgren's looking down there. He's like, I might be able to survive.
I've got a -1. I got a -1.
All right, I'm going.
Probably wouldn't have helped you either.
Somebody else want to inspire him?
So
I will. I'll tell him the Lord of Light was not with you. He's with you now.
He's trying to shine some light, and you're able to.
And he gives you guidance.
Well, no, you got to touch him to give him guidance. He's falling currently, so.
Oh, he already jumped, huh?
He already started
climbing
down. I didn't jump.
It just kind of looks like I did.
Yeah, his hand starts slipping. He's like, "Whoa!" And you're like, you give him inspiration, and he. Oh.
DC 10.
DC 10. So
no,
it's 7. That's an 8.
It's an 8. So you don't continue to fall.
An 8.
But you stop your movement. So you're probably 30 feet down.
30 feet down.
Then you gotta roll again to keep going. All right, so you climb down to where they're at in the sewer area.
I reach over and take some of the sticky slime that the lizard left behind and rub it on my hands and stuff.
Ooh, they're kind of burnt up a little bit. They didn't take any damage, but you're definitely not going to be washing in hot water for a little while. You know that feeling.
Rope burn. Oh yeah.
All right, let's see if we can have a new clone happen. Let's see Dalgron.
Easy now, Dalgron. I'm gonna give him.
Well, I'm gonna say a little prayer for myself and give myself guidance.
60 feet.
Since I have a -1 for athletics.
You gonna give him inspiration? Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, I'm beating on the drum, and
they last like 10
yeah,
minutes. So,
if you're playing on the drums, I'm gonna pull out my little hand drum and accompany you.
all right. He
Woo!
So you don't use the inspiration, so you have a point of Bardic Inspiration that you can save up on you. He gave you the effect that lasts, I think, 10 minutes. So.
Yep.
And you guys are all down at the sewer level. So you got another 40 feet down, pretty much kind of squeezing down the rest of the way. But it's got so many easy handholds and stuff that you don't even need to roll to go any further down. But you can definitely hear clicking noises and a lot of them. Down below.
Let's search the sewer level first.
The sewer level goes each direction. To the west, it goes about 60 feet, and then it's barricaded, some kind of barricade down there. And then to the west, it goes out of sight. You can't. Part of it's kind of collapsed. You can see, debris and stuff, but as far as you can see to the west, it's open.
I want to look at this tunnel they built.
To the west. To the east is blocked. I'm sorry. The east is blocked. West is open.
Am I able to tell whether or not they dug up or started at the sewer and went down?
Do you have any
like a survival?
Stoneworking? Survival, yeah. Survival is good. Any stoneworking in the party from the dwarf, maybe?
I've got, stone cutting.
Yeah, he can say, well, that's definitely they dug their way out. Just look
they
at
came from the bottom up.
Okay. All right, so I'll follow S down.
And with your survival, you can see that they've been around the sewer area, like clambering around their little dinky holes that they dig when they climb around the sewer area, right? So imagine they're like ants, right? And they're just kind of out exploring and that kind of thing. And now you guys are climbing down into the ant hole,
So has it been less than an hour that I tossed that rock? Because the rock should still be glowing light at the bottom if it's less than an hour. So we'll have a light source.
Yeah, it hasn't been no hour, right? No way it's been an hour. Maybe 10 minutes at the most. Since you guys went back to the house and around the block or something. But yeah, no, so yeah, you definitely can see down. It's a natural cavern that goes down. Looks like something dug their way out all the way down to the bottom, which looks like it opens up into a big area, and you can see two of the creatures down there, kind of moving around the light, looking at it, like trying to figure it out. Like,
so there's two of them.
You can see two of them down when you look down the little hole, right? Right at the bottom where the light is. There's two of them. It sounds like there's more than two, though. What were you saying, Matakiri?
I was saying maybe we could drop a rock on them.
You could try to squish them with a big boulder. You look around. The only thing that looks big and dumb that you could hit something with might be Orog, but you can bust a part of this well off the top of it, like with a hammer or a mining pick or something.
I have a warhammer.
It's just gonna make a lot of racket with a guard being 40, 50 feet away. You guys are trying to be quiet, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, we're already down.
Oh, that's right. Oh, in the sewer. Yeah, you could find a big rock or something. Try to hit them with a rock.
Debris.
So, well, I don't think anyone's proficient with dropping boulders on things, so you wouldn't have your efficiency
if we
bonus.
Can get a couple of them, if we miss, maybe some of them will come up after us. and we can clear them out.
How far down is it?
So you estimate that there's 60 feet, or I'm sorry, 40 feet to the opening of where the cavern is, and then the cavern's probably another 30 feet tall, so it's 90 feet to the, or I'm sorry, 70 feet to the where the light's at now. You know, it's 40
So can I
feet of
just
tunnel,
shoot?
and then there's a cavern down here, and then the
I
light's
say
at the bottom of the cavern,
do
right?
your idea, and then I can also shoot him.
Yeah, you could shoot an arrow down there pretty good. I mean, you know, you gotta be over the hole a little, but it's not that hard. I mean, you can't all do it at the same time. You gotta take your turns.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll wait till he has his rock, and then when he has his rock, I'll straddle the hole, and then once he drops the rock and it lands, I'll have my bow drawn and ready to shoot whatever I can see.
All right. There's two of them down there.
Does he kill them both with the rock?
No, he can target one of them.
I don't see them in the combat tracker. I just see 2 dead creatures.
They're not. Well, they have hit points. They're just unconscious currently. Are they still showing as dead tokens?
One's
Goliath
still
is now
entangled
alive.
and restrained too.
There you go. Well, that was easy. It's a Staples encounter generator. That was easy.
There's a
Since I
dwarf
don't
over
have
there too.
a rock in my inventory, I'll use my longbow for a thrown.
Just minus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a range on gravity though, is there?
No.
You don't have disadvantage on long range with a rock when you drop it, right? So yeah, no, I mean it almost hits them, but it their armor's pretty tough, so it like bounces and kind of lands on them a little bit, but doesn't squish them. But they don't,
So how?
they react to the rock, but they don't know where it came from. They don't look up or nothing. They're like, they're bugs, right? They're like, what the hell's this rock now? And this the light source, and they're scurrying around. What were you gonna say, Sven?
That answers my question. So if they're not moving up toward us, I'm going to shoot it.
So like S moves out of the way, and you like lean over, and there's one right there. Let me get it. You don't have any negatives other than it's awkward as shit to shoot down, straight down, but you could stand on the top of it or something.
Yeah, I'm straddling the hole,
Yeah.
and then just shooting straight down.
Is it a short bow or a long bow?
Short.
Yeah, I would think. Oh, I think a short bow would be a little easier. So, roll damage. Let's see if we even care what happens as far as my description goes.
Can't hear you, Spin.
Yeah, he opened the map, so everything froze. Hold on a second.
Oh.
I didn't open a map. Oh, I think you got too many sneak attacks in there.
No, one is a surprise attack. Because I'm a bugbear, if I attack from surprise, the very first round, the first attack I do, it's very specific.
Oh yeah, but you got surprise on there. Oh no, I did only two, and it was a crit.
And then I get crit.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
It's a very, very specific window.
So this thing just explodes when he hits it, right? It just pieces and parts and legs and stuff go flying all over the place, and the clicking stops for a second, like lots of clicking stops and it's quiet for a second, and then you hear like hissing and like several other hissings and some more clicking as you see about 180-pound one of these comes over to the two babies.
Oh shit!
And one of them smushed and is like obviously attracted to the chemical smell of this thing. And let me see what their intelligence are on the big ones. Uh, a 7, so they're not the brightest bulb either. They're like, what's going on? And you can see a bunch of the little ones now coming around too, like 4 or 5 more, a bunch of little ones.
So I'll show everybody, point down what's going on.
How many of them are down there? How far away is it?
There's one that's about 180 pounds,
and then some
200 pounds, and then 4 or 5 little ones that I mean, all you see is you're looking down a hole, so you can't see the whole cavern. You can only see a limited view, but because there's a dead one there, they're all like moving around the dead one, like with their little dee.
But how far down are they?
90, 100 feet. No, 100 and...
I thought they were only, if we went down, it was 100 feet
down. Oh,
down.
from you guys, 60 feet down. You're 60 feet down, 70 feet to the ground. 40 feet to the top of the cavern that they're in, and then another 30
there's
feet
a cavern below. Okay. I thought it was 100 feet down to the bottom total.
It was 100 feet down to the bottom total to the inside of the cavern, but I was off when I told you the...
Okay.
It's a little hard to tell distance when you're looking down a hole.
Did any of you grab an alchemist fire?
Might have.
From Troy's?
It would be on the party sheet.
Yeah, might have. It's right here in my backpack.
Yeah, so the larger one has like all these spikes sticking off of him that look like they've grown, as he's aged. So like pieces of his armor have like all these spikes sticking off of him. So looks like you might have stirred up the nest a little bit. Whose turn is it?
I don't think we're in turn order.
Oh, that's right.
Does it look like the big one will be able to fit up the hole?
Squeezing, yes. It looks like maybe a big one dug the hole.
Okay.
They're about the right size. The little ones are, the hole is big enough for a medium-sized creature to squeeze through.
So looking around the room, does anybody else have ranged weapons besides the longbow?
I got a short bow.
I got a rock.
And I've got this clay jar that says alchemist fire on it.
It's got a tag on it.
For. Little tag, alchemist fire.
Little price written on the back in Dr. Troy's handwriting. A little, whatever the current value is, 200 gold.
So do you want to shoot it until they start crawling up, then you use the fire? You and I can take turns shooting.
Yeah, wait for the fire so that when the big one is squeezing up through the hole, you can't really miss it because it's blocking off the hole.
Just cooking it as it comes up.
Yeah, just
it's kind of like a china box. It's a little bit like a china box. You put some heat on the bottom. I think before we get into this, we should take a break. We should take a week break. Right?
A week-long
break. If all goes well, I will be DMing next Tuesday this game, because I'm coming back on Monday, so I got plenty of time to recover.
I will likely not be here.
Yeah, so we may be down one player. If we're down two, anybody else have even an inkling that they're not going to be here next week? No. All right, so we're still going to play, but somebody will
might be late.
Might be. Oh, you got your meeting maybe?
I think it's either next week or the week after.
Yeah, but when you're late, it's barely usually.
Yeah.
So that's it. I am leaving on a trip, 2-hour drive north to Orlando to visit with my friends and play Dungeons and Dragons all weekend. So I am out of here. I am not going to be around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So I will not be streaming. I will not be DMing. And I will just be a player playing Toe Money the Merchant, a half-orc mastermind rogue. Toe Money.
Half-orc and mastermind.
Yeah, rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I give you the help action. 30 feet away. I give you the help action. 30 feet away. I don't have to. We don't have a tank though. We got a druid, a moon druid. We got a blade
There's
singer.
There's your tank right there.
Yeah, well, that's not a tank. I'm sorry. A moon druid is a sponge. There's a little bit difference. It's a little bit of difference. There's a sponge and then there's a tank. A tank gets hit, nothing happens, right? A sponge is soaking up the hit points because he's getting hit all the time because his AC is only 13. So, sponge. At least he can be a sponge twice though. That's 104 hit points. Now, if he was a barbarian, that would be like 208 hit points, right? If he raged the whole time.
There you go. It's gotta be just take that dip to get the rage.
We're 5th level, so he's straight up druid. And then what else do we got?
Friday night we will be playing Empire, but we will be recording it for future addition to the stream, since Drake won't be here.
Nope. But I will probably miss that game a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Because I'll be live gaming with my high school buddies. But that's it. Let's see if there's anybody we should go raid. No, not manage rewards. Raid channel. 20 sides. What are they doing? 20 sides. Let's just go hit 20 sides up. We're going to go hit 20 sides. They're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. They could be getting out of here too, but we're going to go raid. So say goodnight to everybody. See you guys. We'll see you in a week. Bye-bye.